Dr. E.N.G. Marek Gruszecki. Philosophy of Being. Krakow, 2025. My 85th anniversary. Philosophical essay Does God Exist? Krakow, the 19th of April 2025.
God created the world. Part 1. The uniqueness of the doctrine of creation. The Hebrew language is a special word to describe this extraordinary idea, which cannot be found in any other ancient culture. It is both a very simple and astonishing fact that no human mind on this earth has ever come up with the idea that the entire visible and invisible universe was created out of nothing by the one Almighty God, rather than merely being made or formed from some material. No one except the Jews and those who later adopted this idea from the Jews, i.e. no one except Christians and Muslims, came up with this idea. The Jewish idea of the universe as something created was as unique in history as the Jewish idea of God the Creator, the idea of one God who is completely perfect, completely powerful, completely wise, completely holy, completely just, and completely merciful. The uniqueness of both of these doctrines can be explained by the same fact. Both come from divine revelation, not from human imagination. The truth about our original origin, the doctrine of creation, has the same supernatural source as the equally unique and astonishing doctrine of our ultimate destiny, our destiny to be spiritually married to one perfect God. This, too, is something that no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind to conceive what God has prepared for those who love Him. Different human cultures have imagined the ultimate goal of man in different ways, as nirvana, the land of eternal hunting, the Elysian fields, or paradise. Yet all these ideas pale in comparison to the truth revealed by God about our destiny. Similarly, although different cultures have produced many different so-called creation myths, none of them has ever gone so far as to accept the existence of a creator of the entire universe who created something out of nothing. God is constant in His action, that is, in sustaining the universe in existence, which can be expressed mathematically. God does not change over time. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. The consequences of the doctrine of creation for the nature of God. The God who creates is radically different from any other gods. No pagan idea of God even comes close to the idea of God the Creator. First, the God who creates must have infinite power to overcome the infinite distance that separates nothingness from existence. God created the world. Part 2. Secondly, the creator and designer of this entire universe must be infinitely wise, because every designer must know everything about the things he has designed. Thirdly, he must also be infinitely loving and generous, because the creation of a being is a gift of existence itself, and none of us can in any way deserve any gift before our existence. Fourthly, since God the Creator invented the stars, the sea, and snow, He must also be a great artist, someone with a great sense of beauty. God is a creator and therefore must be infinite in His power, wisdom, love, and beauty. But does awareness of this truth have any consequences for our daily life in this world? Well, the consequences are total. They are determined by the fact that all the power, wisdom, goodness, and beauty that we see, admire, love, and desire must come from this one God, for He has no competitor. Because of the fact of creation, because of the fact that God is the source of all that is good, it cannot be assumed that He is simply one good being among others. It would be foolish of us to try to find any good independent of God. That is why the first and greatest commandment is to serve only God and to love everything we love for His sake. For everything comes from Him. All goodness is God's goodness. Only evil is not His. The consequences of the doctrine of creation for the nature of the universe. Since God created the universe, it is also truly real, true, good, beautiful, and one. 1. The world is real. It is not just an impression or a dream, as many philosophies would have it. 2. The world is true because it does not come from blind chance, but from God's wisdom. 3. The world is good, valuable, worthy of appreciation and care, because God saw that everything He had made was very good. 4. The world is beautiful. The beauty of creation is a reflection of the infinite beauty of the Creator. It should inspire respect and encourage the submission of human reason and will to God. The doctrine of creation explains why nature appears so beautiful to us. 5. There is solidarity among all creatures, resulting from the fact that they all have the same Creator and are all directed towards His glory. This is the highest justification for community, the fact that all things are the same source, God's act of creation, and the same goal, the glory of God.
Conclusion. But Jesus, overhearing what was being said, said to the ruler of the synagogue, "Do not be afraid, only believe." Bible, Mark 5 verse 36. It will still be beautiful, despite everything. Just put on comfortable shoes, because you have your whole life to go through. John Paul II. Mathematics in Nature.